Greetings, my friends, and welcome to Crappy Reviews, where the games aren't always crappy, but the reviews usually are. I'm The Crap Gamer with you as always. Please take the time out to hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoy the review. My channel has a ton of other great game reviews and gaming related content, so please check them out. Titanfall, the main star of the action movie that is next generation gaming, the game that's been hyped like no other, the game that pushed me into buying an Xbox One in the first place, the game that I thought would end up being delayed but somehow managed to surprise me and was actually released on time. Titanfall is here, and I can finally say, Xbox, go to Titanfall, and the dream has come to reality. The first thing I want to say is that the game is gorgeous to look at. You will find yourself in awe when you first get into some of these maps. Huge beasts and monsters are in the backdrop, and are just added eye candy to an impressive landscape. The character models are all on point. No draw distance or pop-in were in my game. The frame rate could go on a roll because it was butter, so smooth. No issues whatsoever in the 8+ hours of gameplay I've experienced. The graphics might not be on a Rise type of level of beauty, but it's definitely something nice to look at. Now, the gameplay is something really special. Yes, it's a first-person shooter, but it's so much more than that, and it needed to be. I was completely burnt out on first-person shooters thanks to Call of Duty's antics. I didn't think I'd find one that could bring anything new to the table, and yet here that game is. You play as a pilot, and you have amazing acrobatic skills. Part of the reason this game is something special is because of this. You can parkour like crazy, wall run, double jump, and hang off ceilings. Call of Duty with mechs, it's definitely not. There aren't kill streaks like Call of Duty either, but there are these brilliant burn cards that give you certain perks, weapons, or powers to help you in the game. Best of all, the Titans. These Titans are based off of performance, but even if you suck at the game, you'll still get them, just not as fast or often. The amazing part of this game is that the Titan combat isn't slow, it's an extension of the pilot-on-pilot action. It's still fast, furious, and fun as hell. Titanfall has the most inventive and unique gameplay of any first-person shooter in the last 5 or 6 years, I guarantee it. Now, there is a campaign, actually 2 of them, and you'll need to complete these if you want to unlock the Ogre Titan, which I highly recommend. Basically, you play 9 competitive maps against another team, and this is a real-life team. You do 9 maps as the militia and 9 as the IMC. Doesn't matter if you win or lose, you'll still progress. It's interesting that they did it this way, and the story is actually interesting what you get of it. I'd love to see a better narrative in the future. Titanfall games in the future should have a better story, I believe, or a better campaign. I believe games like Halo and Gears of War have proven that you can have a strong story and also have a strong multiplayer as well. So if there was one downside to the game, it'd be that the narrative isn't as smooth or as good as it could be as the campaign. At the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding. I've sunk more time in the Titanfall in one day than I've put into Call of Duty Ghosts since it launched last November. I firmly believe I am completely done with Call of Duty, though I'll still obviously play Halo because that has such a strong story aspect. Titanfall is a reason, nay, is the reason to own an Xbox One. Sure, you can play it on PC, but if you're a console gamer, why bother with that road? You can play it on 360 as well, and it'll probably be pretty good, but it's not going to be the same game that it is on the Xbox One. For me, it's validation that I picked the right console for me. The entire launch window from Rise, Killer Instinct, Forza, Dead Rising, Plants vs. Zombies, and Titanfall have all been stellar. And Microsoft are the ones continuing to make great moves. You owe it to yourself to play this addicting, inventive, and amazing game. The only reason it's not getting a perfect score from me is the lack of private lobbies, which are being added for free later, and the lack of a better storytelling aspect. Titanfall gets a truly amazing 4.9 out of 5. Please remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. Crap Gamer, out. Rack 'em.